Welcome to Community Conversations. I'm your host, KK Kaneshiro. Every June, the Fremont Unified School District is proud to honor nearly 3,000 students at their school's respective commencement ceremonies. Their high school diplomas represent years of hard work both in and out of the classroom, and their first great step in achieving their goals. With us today to talk about these goals and their high school experiences are say it again.
Nishtha Bhatia.
Nishtha Bhatia, Luis Gonzalez.
Luis Gonzalez.
Okay, and Kemi
Giwa.
Kemi, and you're with what high school?
American High School.
And you're with?
Kennedy High School.
And you're with?
Washington High School.
And of course, our famous co-host, Dr. Jim Morris. Thank you so much for being here. So, I know this is going to air before you graduate, but how exciting is this? How long have you been waiting for this, right?
4
Too
years.
long.
Too long?
Yeah.
Too long. Okay, what's going through your mind? What are you preparing for? Are you just checked out now?
Pretty much. Well, for me, I'm just ready to, I've pretty much been preparing for my future and, what I'm going to do over the summer and, leaving for college and everything. So I'm really ready for that. So I'm kind of already checked out of high school now.
Okay, and you?
It's kind of surreal because over the past...
It doesn't feel real, right?
Yeah,
So,
over the past how many years it's been, I've been preparing for this one moment, and now it's finally here. I really don't know what to do with myself.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I spent all this time junior year thinking about how I just wished it was senior year and I just wanted to graduate with my friends. But now that it's finally senior year, I'm kind of just taking a step back, and a lot of people are counting down, and I'm just I don't know, it's kind of scary to think about only having less than 20 days or less than 5 days and never coming back to high school again.
That's a huge change for you,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
It really
What are your
is.
favorite memories of high school?
So I think one of my most favorite memories in high school was our multicultural assembly. So I got to high school in 9th grade, and my friend and I were really into Bollywood dancing. We actually started a team at our school.
Nice.
Yeah, but it was kind of weird because no one at Washington had really thought about a Bollywood dance team. And we had 6 people at our first multicultural assembly. And then we just kept doing it every single year. And then my favorite memory of high school, I think, was this past year when we were able to get 72 people. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, from 5 to 72.
Yeah.
Wow.
to join our team, and we all performed at the multicultural assembly, and it was our last multicultural assembly, so it was sad, but I think it's something that I'm going to remember for a long time.
You went out with a bang.
Yeah.
That's great. What's yours, Louis?
I think definitely the all-time most defining moment for me was the entirety of homecoming week, and then being at the homecoming game, and then I was on homecoming court. I was happy with that. I had no idea that I was actually going to win that day, and hearing my name called up, it almost brought me to tears. The love and joy I had for Kennedy at that moment, everything just felt so crazy, and I felt so in tune with my school, and I'll definitely never forget that.
Yeah.
Now, do they still call him Homecoming King?
Well, he's going to wear a crown for many years.
Good.
I still have it, yeah.
Okay, good. What was your favorite memory?
I think I've had a lot, but I feel like my favorite one was actually early this year, where me and my 2 best friends, we started kind of a awareness club at our school, where pretty much we just kind of showed our school about different cultures, because though the Bay Area and Fremont is really diverse, there's a lot about other cultures that people don't know. So we started a little social awareness movement where we taught each other about different cultures and everything, and we didn't really think it'd get a lot of people involved, but after school we had almost 100 people there in the library. It was so weird, and teachers were there. We even had our school officer there, so it was so weird to see, but it was really interesting how open people are to get to know about other cultures and stuff. So I really appreciate that. Yeah.
Okay, so who was your favorite teacher or staff member? Who made an impact on you?
I think I'm going to go first on this one because with this teacher, he really pretty much changed my entire perspective. Dr. Ronaldo Fisher, he's the current vice principal at Kennedy, but he used to be the AP bio teacher. And the way he pushed me, and I know almost hundreds of other students, really made an impact on me, and it really motivated me to stop slacking, stop being complacent, and going out there and achieving what I wanted to do, no matter what the obstacles were. And I mean, if it wasn't for him, I really don't think I'd be where I am right now.
That's great. Oh, I'm going to tear up. Okay. So tell me about your favorite teacher, staff member.
So I'm going to take it all the way back to 5th grade.
5th grade,
Yeah.
wow.
My favorite teacher, Mrs. Chiesa, she doesn't work for FUSD anymore. She moved to the East Coast. But I think 5th grade was the first year where every single day I was excited to go to school. And it was the first time that I started, I don't know, we did a lot of projects. And we had been doing projects for a long time, but we had started to do projects that connected with what it was we were learning in class. And so I started to like learning for the sake of learning itself, not for the sake of school or to get grades or anything like that. And I enjoyed coming to school every day because it was, like, it sounds cheesy, but I actually, I had fun increasing whatever knowledge I had. So I think that was the first time that I started to see that school could be something that's fun. And ever since then, I think that mentality has kind of just stuck with me.
That's great. And for the rest of your life.
Yeah, for sure.
For me, it would be my counselor, Miss Terry Sorensen, and like throughout high school, like a lot of things changed for me, and she was just kind of the person that was like, you know, whenever you need someone to talk to, just come into the office and talk to me. And there was even one time where like I couldn't pay to send my AP test to like the college I was going to, and she pulled out her wallet and she paid for it herself. And it was just like, wow, like, because she's just a counselor to me, but like it really showed that she was more than that, and she really pushed me throughout like all my 4 years of high school, and I really appreciate her. So.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, now, I am from a completely different generation. I mean, like, millions of years between you and me. So, what would you say to the public who doesn't understand what goes on in high school nowadays? What do you think that we don't understand?
Sorry. Okay, I think that high school, I think it changes you a lot. I feel like you're going through so many things. Like, there's a lot of work you have to do. There's like, people don't understand that there's just so much going on with the coursework that you take, and then self-esteem issues, of course, because we're teenagers.
Yeah, that hasn't changed.
Okay, yeah. Well, then I feel like just every, like, the coursework and like the pressures from like you get from your parents or your peers to like do well in school or to get to this college or that. I feel like it just all like there's a lot of pressure, and I feel like it all just. I feel like a lot of people don't understand that. Like, it is difficult.
Okay. Would you agree with that, or?
Definitely. I feel like not a lot of people understand that high school these days is a lot more stressful than it used to be. Like, people like to paint us as lazy and like delinquents. However, considering all the stuff that we do in our high schools, especially considering extracurriculars and sports and, you know, all these APs and honor classes, it's really an incredible workload that we're shouldering and hardly complaining about. So. Be a little bit easier on us.
Did you get that? Hardly complaining. Yeah. Okay. That's the line of the year. What would you say?
So yeah, I definitely agree with that. I just wanted to add another layer on the fact that technology is like moving so fast, and there's like apps and new phones and new websites, new social media aspects like coming out every single day. Just makes it harder to be a high schooler who wants to focus on their schoolwork but also live like a well-rounded life and maintain friendships. It's a lot harder nowadays to maintain balance in your life, to make sure that you are on top of your extracurricular game, you're on top of your academic game, and you're on top of your social game. Yeah, like there's a lot of things to factor into nowadays.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never had to think about balancing my life in high school. Did you?
Not with anywhere near the number of stressors and other stuff coming at young people today. But I think it's a beautiful tribute, because I think what we heard about is just the importance of that connection, right?
Right.
Somebody seeing the beauty and the capability and the skill and the talent and the uniqueness of you from your family, but also at school, to say, you can do it. And I think it's so cool, because I think Mr. Gonzalez said it best, that young people really do need somebody to push them and say, you are capable of so much more. And that's what I just love listening to them.
And it's true.
They teach us so much.
Now, okay, I have to know, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a lawyer, but I'm still kind of like, I know I want to do something in like law, government, and like politics, just because I want to like deal with like disadvantaged groups in society and disadvantaged people. So something in definitely law.
That's great.
Yeah.
Wow. And what would you like to be?
I feel like this is the go-to answer for a lot of people, but I really want to be an engineer. I'm incredibly passionate about like cars and automobiles, and I don't know, something that just struck with me a while ago, and it made me want to do something in this career that I'm really, really passionate about, and I just
What
can't
was
wait for
that
that
thing
life to
that
start.
made that trigger for you?
My dad bought me a car last year,
Oh.
and we pretty much built it over that
Oh,
summer.
how fun.
And it was really a life-changing experience, and I can't wait to do that every day of my life.
That's great.
Crazy.
And what would you like to be?
Well,
President of the United States?
I don't know. Well, since I was young, I always wanted to own my own business, and I'm
Nice.
super interested in entrepreneurship.
Okay.
And I'm really interested in getting girls interested into computer science. So I think just tying all those things together, I'd really be interested in starting some sort of startup company in the Silicon Valley.
I think that will happen.
I have no doubt.
That's
it will happen.
right. That's right. Now, what are your plans for the next year? I mean, are you going to college? I'm assuming so. Yes. This is going to be a big transition. I mean, are you shopping for your books or your dorm? What are you doing? How are you going about this? Because it's been so long for me. Remind me, what is this process like for you?
So recently, actually last week, I got a big packet in the mail from Stanford, which is where I'll be attending next year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But I actually haven't had the time to really take a look at it because I've been so busy with my schoolwork. So again, that's the whole balance aspect. I think what I'll be doing this weekend is probably taking some time to sit down, go through everything, and try to plan out what exactly it is I want to do and which classes it is that I'm going to take. As for roommates and dorm shopping, I haven't given that much thought yet either. But I think that'll also be something I'll be thinking about in the coming weeks.
That's great. What are you planning?
Well, I feel like going to college is going to be such a huge transition that I should start preparing myself now. So,
Are you staying in California? Or
yes,
okay.
I'm going to UC Santa Barbara.
Okay.
So it is going to be a while, like a pretty long drive for my parents. So I'm trying to be as independent as possible. So I've been paying I paid my application fees. I paid my
Good for you.
SIR deposit.
Nice.
So I've been trying to be as independent as possible so that once I am entirely cut off from them, I won't be entirely helpless.
Or shocked.
Yeah.
There's a cultural shock there.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you planning on?
Well, I'm staying in California too, and initially I was going to San Diego, but recently I got off of UC Davis's waitlist, so then it's all about financial aid, how much I get in financial aid. But pretty much I'm just figuring out. I'm trying to find out what classes I need to take or what books I need to buy or my roommates, so my parents don't have to worry about that because my mom's already freaking out about me going to Southern California. So I'm trying to lessen the stress for her and put it on me because I'm excited and I don't want her to be all sad. So.
Yeah, but she's your mom. I think she'd be stressed out if you went to San Francisco. Now, you're with, I can't see, American?
American,
Okay,
yeah.
and when do you graduate? What day?
June 11th.
Is American's graduation ceremonies?
7:30
Okay, and when's your ceremony?
June 12th.
So, okay, and yours?
June 12th.
Well, you're going to be busy.
But we are going to be busy, and I think my most exciting thing I have to do in advance of graduation is make sure that I buy the pain-relieving patch for my elbow and my shoulder, because all 3 days of graduation,
Yes.
I put them on in the morning, because these are old
Well,
bones.
let
and that is a
me
lot
interrupt
of
you for a
hands
second
to
because I
shake.
don't think our viewers understand that Dr. Jim Morris shakes every graduating student's hand before you leave that stage, which I think
That's
is
right.
phenomenal. But again, yeah, you need that elbow thing. I just think
put
that's
those pain
amazing.
patches on my elbow and on my shoulder.
Do you really?
Yes,
I absolutely do.
I've seen it.
These are old bones, and 3,000 hands is a lot of hands to
So
shake.
don't bear hug his hand, okay? Just
I'll
be
try not
gentle
to.
with him because we need him next year. Well, I wish you all the best of luck. I'm so excited for you. This is, to me, probably one of the most exciting points in anyone's life is graduating high school and looking at your future, because this is your future now, right?
Yeah.
I don't mean to make you nervous, but you're going to be great out there. You're going to fix the world for us. I think this is fabulous. Thank you so much for being here.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, of
Thank
course.
you.
And thank you for watching, but I would like to say a side note here. Tonight's a little sad for us because our director, Mr. Walter Garcia, is retiring. We wish him all the best of luck, but I hope you know that we will miss you and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. From everyone here at Community Conversations, we appreciate you watching. Thank you.